Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle here, and you have Meredith right in front of you with this amazing t-shirt of a sunflower. So we hope all of you had a chance to get our new sunflower garden, and if you didn't, that's okay. But why don't you go ahead and follow along with her and ask any questions in the Q&A.
Wonderful. Thank you, Michelle. It's so nice to be here with everybody. Welcome to our class. I'm so excited to share this kit with you. I've had such good success with growing actual sunflowers. So as we do, let's take a look at what we get inside our wonderful sunflower garden kit. So I've gone ahead and emptied everything out on our desk so you can see all of the contents that you get. You get a book for writing your story about your sunflower, and you'll see all the blank pages ready for your illustrations and your words. You get the sunflower seeds, as you can see here. You'll get wonderful vibrant markers to use for your book, and these gorgeous stickers with sunflowers and seeds and bees and ladybugs and a little caterpillar here. And over here we've got a watering can, a sunshine, a little squirrel, a rainbow. Then you get your little planting pot with a water dish to catch the water. You get your planting mix that's inside here. And you get your handy dandy instructions, and they are beautifully colored and easy to follow. So if you do not have this kit at home, that's okay. All you need is some seeds, either sunflower or some other kind of flower that you would like to grow, some kind of a pot with holes in the bottom for drainage for the water, either dirt or some kind of planting soil. And for everybody out here, you will need some water to do this kit. So if you don't have any water on hand, you might want to go and get a little cup of water, at least a quarter of a cup. So let's get started. We'll open up our kit or our instructions. Your kit includes everything you need to start a sunflower garden. Just add water. And before we actually do it, I want to show off the plants that have started growing at my house when I started this a couple weeks ago. So if you can change the view, I just want to show how tall they've grown. They've grown above the line of the pot already. And I planted 4 seeds. You can see they're happily growing away. And I water it every so often, and they're out in the sunshine because it's been nice and sunny. So they're growing wonderfully. And you can.
And when did you plant those?
I think like 2 weeks ago.
Very cool.
Yeah. And while they were growing, I did take pictures of every so often so you could see the process of our sunflowers growing. All right, so back to the instructions. The first thing it says is to decorate your pot, and it shows all of the stickers over here. So let's choose some stickers to decorate our pot. And again, if you don't have this kit at home, it's okay. You can use your own stickers, or you can use paint or markers or anything that the material of your pot will take to. So we have our stickers here. So I'm going to put some stickers on. And I love this rainbow, so I'm going to use a rainbow. Oh, it peels off so nicely. It's kind of like a vinyl. It feels like a vinyl. There we go.
And friends, if you have any questions, please use the Q&A instead of raising your hands. You won't be able to talk and we won't be able to see you.
And what else should we put on here? How about a big sunflower on the other side? Ooh. There we go. And these stickers bend very nicely over the roundness of our pot. They're very nice. Okay, so that's enough decoration for right now because I'm excited to plant some more sunflower seeds. So I'll put that aside and move on to step 2. Let's get growing. Okay. You will be starting a few of your seeds indoors. Watch the life cycle as your sunflowers grow from small seeds to plants. You can save the rest of the seeds to plant outdoors. And it says that climbing and growing times may vary depending on where you live. So that is good to know. Okay, open up your potting mix and add about a 1/4 cup of water. Squish the bag until the potting mix clumps together like clay. Add more water as needed. Okay, put this aside. Here's our potting mix. And we'll open this up. And this is the potting mix that I absolutely love because it has the shiny little gold things in it that are so pretty to look at, but it's also very helpful for the plant as well. So they're not just pretty, they are useful. And they are useful in the way of keeping the soil nice and moist. So here we go. I'm just going to pour some, you know what? I'm going to put down a paper towel. Actually, I'll put down my plastic bag just in case it spills. Pour, pour, pour. And we'll squish. So when you're squishing, you kind of don't want it to squish out the top. So try and hold the top closed a little as you squish. Otherwise, it may squish right out of the bag. There we go. This is like the easiest way to prepare soil that I've ever done. And I love it. Whomever came up with this, that was genius. Okay, I think I have a little bit of dryness down here still. As you can see, the wet soil is kind of darker and the dry soil is lighter in color. So I'm going to add a little bit more water to try and get this wet too. And pour, pour, pour. There we go. Get down there, you. And squish. And squish. Okay, that seems pretty good. We'll put our water aside and our bag aside. And there we go. And let's see what's next. Place the potting mix inside the pot, lightly press it into place. Okay, easy enough. Here's our pot. Here's our soil. Just gonna dump it in. And push it into place. And good thing I have some paper towels, so if you used your fingers to push it into place, you can use a paper towels to wipe off your fingers. Okay. Now, if you do have this kit at home, you'll notice that there's more soil than what you see here now. I used actually a smaller bag, but you will get soil that comes up to here. Actually, you can see here, you'll get soil that comes up to here. All right, next, place a few seeds 1.5 inches apart in your pot. Do not crowd the pot or the seeds will not grow. And I've actually had that happen where I planted too many seeds and they did not grow. So as you can see, I planted 4 seeds in this pot and it worked out really, really well. And in this one, I think I'm going to plant only 3 just to give them a little bit more room. So it says, push them down about 1 inch and cover up the seeds with soil. So we'll open up our sunflower seed packet and I'll get 1, 2, 3 seeds. So we'll take these and we'll put them into our soil about 1.5 inches apart from each other and 1 inch down. So we'll push them down in here and make sure that there's soil covering over top of them. So you can use your finger, and if you don't like the feel of the soil, you can use maybe like, I don't know, the back of a pencil or maybe like a spoon or something and just cover up the seeds like that. There we go. Perfect. And now you can't even see them because I put them underneath the soil. Ooh, sparkles. All right. So now it says, place the pot near a sunny window. In about 14 to 21 days, you should start to see little leaves sprout. That's exactly what happened for me. So like I was telling Michelle, I planted my seeds about 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago would be 14 days. So as you can see, these guys are growing wonderfully. So you'll be able to see the progress just like it said in the instructions. Now, after you put your pot in the sunny window or outside in the sun, it's important, and it says it in the instructions, if your potting mix dries out, your sunflowers may not grow. If your seeds are not growing after 21 days, try replanting with new seeds. And you get a whole bunch of seeds, so don't worry if it doesn't work the first time. Just try again, and it's not a big deal. So let's go. Oh, you know what? I wanted to mention, just like when we were wetting our soil in our bag, you'll know that your soil needs more water if it's light in color rather than dark in color. So you would just water around your seeds and the extra water will go in your little dish down here and it'll stay there until the seeds get thirsty again and it will be absorbed up into the soil. So this little dish is very handy, and always put your pot on top of your little dish, especially when you're going to water the soil. So, okay, moving on. We'll put all of this aside and ta-da, my sunflower story. So I love this part of this kit because I really like to tell stories and I like to illustrate stories. So you get a whole book that you can color and you can draw in and tell your own story about your sunflower garden. And just to help create the story, we have prompts within the instructions. And before we get to all those prompts, I would like to read you the story that I had written before this class and when I planted these seeds. So we'll put our instructions aside and we'll start. So this is called My Sunflower Garden. And I'm saying it's by Casey. Now, as you look through this book, as I share the illustrations, I just want to say that you can illustrate your book however you want. So you can draw whatever comes to your mind as you're telling your story. And you can look at the stickers for inspiration on how to draw certain things. And you can look at the little animals and the little insects and the characters to give you ideas of the story that you want to tell. So in our instructions, we give you some ideas, but really you can tell whatever story you want about your sunflower. So here we go. First, I added seeds to the dirt. So you can see the seeds are going into the dirt here. They kind of look like coffee beans, but really these are sunflower seeds. Then I waited for it to rain and for the sun to come out. And does everybody know why that's important? Yes, because we need rain, or we need water, and we need sunshine for a seed to grow. And after the sun came out, the seed grew into a little plant the very next day. So wow, that was a magical seed because it usually takes a little longer than just one day for a seed to grow. But as you can see, this is like a magical seed because there's stars around it and there's hearts, and it's already growing after just one day. And the little plant grew more every time it rained and it was sunny out. So you can see here all of these lines around the seedling. It's growing and it's growing and it's growing. The rain clouds and sunshine were so happy that the flowers grew. They're so happy that they're holding hands and they're smiling. The bees were so happy to visit the new flowers. And bees love sunflowers. And here's a little beehive over here. So the bees have a home really close to the sunflowers. And the birds love to visit the flowers too. So you can see the mama bird here visiting the sunflower, and up here in the tree, there's her little baby birds. And the sunflowers kept getting bigger and bigger and making more friends. So this sunflower has made friends with a butterfly and 1, 2, 3 ladybugs. Soon sunflowers were all I could see. So there must have been a lot of sunflowers that came up out of the garden. A sunflower garden makes everyone happy. Now you can see our happy caterpillar, our happy little ladybugs, our happy butterfly, our happy sunshine, and our happy cloud. The end. And that is the book that I had written about the sunflower garden.
That was lovely. Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you, Michelle. Did you like that?
I did.
Very good. So let's go ahead and start our own story. And you can see that I started coloring the cover of the book already. But then I stopped because I felt like it's important to color with you guys. So if you're following along with how I've colored my sunflowers and my butterflies, you will need the color yellow, the color orange, the color brown, and the color green. So let's get those markers out and ready. So yellow, orange, brown, green. Okay, so how I started coloring the sunflower is with the yellow petals. And then I added an orange center to the flower. So we'll do that first. Now, again, you can color your flowers however you want. This is just how I chose to color mine because I was looking at the stickers and trying to copy off of the colors in the stickers. And you can see there's a little bit of orange in each petal. And this is brown in the center. It's like a light brown and a dark brown. So the color. So Michelle, do you have a favorite flower?
I love the calla lily.
Oh.
Yeah. What about you?
I love so many flowers, but I think I love the lily of the valley flower because of how it smells. And it doesn't need a lot of sunshine to grow. It kind of grows with a little bit of sunshine and a lot of shade. And my yard has a lot of shade, so it grows well there. And my mom had a perfume that smelled like lily of the valley, so I guess the smell of lily of the valley makes me think of my mom. So another reason I like lily of the valley. And as you guys can see, I'm not coloring all the way to the line because I kind of like a little bit of a sketchy look, or like I like to leave a little bit of white space in my coloring. And you can see. So some people will color all the way up to the line, and you can do that. That's definitely up to you, but I like to color kind of quickly, and sometimes it leaves some white space, but like I said, I don't really mind that at all. So I just kind of move my marker around like this. And when you're coloring with marker, if you're going to do two different colors in one area, it's usually a good idea to color the first color first and let it dry a little bit, and then color the second color after it kind of dries a little bit. So we're going to let the yellow dry. It doesn't take very long to dry, but we're just going to let it dry a little bit, and we're going to color a different area before we add the orange on top. So I'm going to put a layer of orange in the center of our sunflower.
Remember, friends, if you have a question, please use the Q&A button, and we'll answer it via the chat.
And there's a leaf behind our butterfly, so I'm going to go ahead and color that green. There we go. And we have some little bumblebee friends. So I'm going to go ahead and color them yellow, and then, I'll add a little bit of blue on their wings. So we'll need the blue marker too. And I'm just going to outline the wings with blue so it's not too much blue. There we go. All right, let's add a little bit of orange to our petals now. So as you can see, I just added orange around the inside part closest to the center of the flower to give the petals a little bit of dimension. And again, this is nice and quick, so you're not really coloring the full petal, you're just coloring a little bit of it, like I said, just to give it some dimension. There we go. And then we'll use the brown to make the center of the sunflower. And in the center of a sunflower in real life, and as your sunflower seedlings grow and they start to flower, you'll be able to see all the little seeds of the sunflower are in the center of the flower. So instead of drawing each little seed, like a circle for each little seed, I'm kind of just gonna squiggle my marker around to represent all those little seeds. So something like that. But if you are the type of illustrator that would like to draw all those little seeds, that is fantastic as well. And as Michelle said, if you have an adult or an older friend who is on social media, we would love to see your storybook or photos of your sunflowers as they're growing. And they can post that up on our Creativity for Kids Facebook page. Okay, so our cover of our book is done, and you can color the back of it blue if you wanted to make it look like there's a sky behind it, or add a sun, or maybe little ladybugs, or anything else you would like. But I'm done for now with mine. So let's open up our book and add our name as the author. And I'll use blue for this. And Meredith.
Somebody asked about a rainbow, if you can make a rainbow.
Ooh, sure. So Michelle, I heard someone asked if we could make a rainbow.
Well, we love rainbows, right?
We can definitely do that. And yes, I would love to. But we're going to kind of revisit our instructions for 1 second and just take a look at the different little prompts or little ideas that are included in the instructions. And maybe that will help some of our viewers come up with their own little story. So number 1, color the cover of your book and add your name inside, which we just did. 2, draw some dirt and add a few seed stickers. So this is giving you the direction to actually start your book with the planting of the seeds. Number 3, don't forget to add the water. Use your watering can or the rain cloud stickers. And let's pull that up here. Here's our watering can or the rain cloud stickers. Number 4, after the rain, you might see a beautiful rainbow. So ta-da! Page number 4, we get to draw a rainbow. Number 5, watch as your seeds start to sprout. The leaves get bigger and bigger until, number 6, your sunflowers start to bloom. Number 7, the bees come to help pollinate the flowers. And then 8, a hungry bird stops by for a little snack. Number 9, now enjoy all the beautiful sunflowers in your garden. 10, what else do you want to include in your story? So that's up to you. And 11, the end. So we'll go ahead and start. I can't wait to get to page number 4 though, because that's where we're going to create our rainbow. All right, so we are going to start by planting our seeds. So just like we did in our pot, we're gonna add some dirt. And just like I did for adding what represents the little sunflower seeds in our flower, I'm going to use that squiggly style of illustration to fill in the dirt. So that way I don't have to color it completely all brown. This is way more fun anyway, for me anyway. I like to draw squiggles. Just like that. So our dirt is present. Now it said to add some seeds to the soil. So we have some stickers of the seeds, you can see. And just like we did in our pot, we're going to plant 3 seeds. So here's 1. Here's 2. And then the 3rd seed, I'm actually going to make it look like it's being dropped into the dirt. So it's going to be above the dirt. And I'm going to make little motion lines behind it, like, whee, into the dirt I go. Woohoo. And just because I like a little more atmosphere in my page, I'm going to add some clouds. And this will help your page look a little bit more colorful by adding another color. Okay, turning the page. Okay, so watering the soil that we just drew. So we can use our watering can this time. So I'll start by adding the watering can. Let's see here, did I use both sides? No. So here's the watering can. And then here's the dirt like we did, we made on the other page. We put our dirt here. Scribbly scribble, scribble, scribble dirt. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Or if you don't want to do scribble dirt, you could do dot dirt. Dot, 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 dot. And that is really a lot of fun too. So dot, 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 or scribble, scribble, scribble. And you can see the difference here. So however you would like to make your dirt. And don't forget, we had seeds in our dirt. So let's put another seed in here to represent our prior page. And the most important thing is the water. So the water comes out of the watering can. And I'm making little water drops that are going to land perfectly on top of our seed. And give the soil some nice water so our seed can drink it and then grow. And it's in there. There we go. And again, just to add a little bit more color, I'm gonna put a little cloud over here, and this cloud I'm giving a happy face. Yeah. Okay. Next, after the rain, you might see a beautiful rainbow. This is the time. Okay, guys. So as you can see, if you have this kit, the colors that you're given are yellow, orange, red, blue, and green. So let's use these colors to create a lovely rainbow. So I'm going to go from lightest to darkest, at least in my opinion. So for a rainbow, we need the shape of a bow, or like an arch, or like an arc. So we're going to go from one side of the paper up to the other. So just to show you, this is the start of my rainbow. And you can make your rainbow however you want. You could even make a rainbow just like this. And that would be perfectly fine as well. So Michelle, when is the last time you saw a rainbow outside?
You know, it's been a while, but I think I might see one soon because it's raining right now. And I'm hoping the rain will stop and the sun will come out. And
I hope the rain is not raining over here because I left my windows cracked a little bit. So.
Uh-oh. It's okay. It's only water.
No, right. So, as you guys watched, I added some more lines to my rainbow and then I colored it in. So I kind of create the outline of the color of the rainbow and then I color it all in. So we have our yellow and our orange already. We'll go with our red next. So just like that and just like that. And then I color it in.
I love how the rainbow is so unique to you.
Yeah.
Because there's no right or wrong way to make a rainbow.
Oh, definitely. And you can use whatever colors you want for a rainbow. If you wanted to put the black or brown in there too, you could do that. Here's our blue. Yeah, these markers are really, really nice. They have a lot of juiciness to them. They're very vibrant and the colors show up really, really well. And here's our blue. And then here's our green. And I forgot to tell you guys as we started illustrating our book, and why I forgot to tell you this is probably because I love picture books and sometimes I forget to write the words. So this book that I read to you guys before, you can see that I actually remembered to add the words to the pages rather than just drawing what was going on. So you can choose to add the words and do the illustrations, or maybe you just want it to be a picture book and you just do the drawings and add your stickers. And then every time you read it or share it with someone, you can make up your own words about what's going on in the picture. There we go. So that was number 4. So it said, after the rain, you might see a beautiful rainbow. Let's see what happens in page number 5. Ooh, watch as your seeds start to sprout. The leaves get bigger and bigger. So where's our sprouting sticker? Here's our sprouting sticker. So when the seed gets enough rain and enough sunshine, it will start to pop out of the dirt. And you can see in this sticker, here's the dirt and it's sprouting up and the leaves are coming out into the open. So now you know that your seed has opened up, and this is actually called a seedling. So this is, I would say this is the point as my seeds are at. So they are all seedlings now. And to finish this page off, I think I'll put the rest of the dirt, and I'll do polka dots this time. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. This is so much fun adding dots, and it's quick and easy too. So I like that. Oh, I like squiggles too. I'll add a few squiggles as well. Squiggles, squiggles.
You make dirt so pretty.
It's fun to make dirt when you make dirt with squiggles and polka dots. There you go. Show you that. Fun dirt. And here we know that the sun was out, so we're going to have a sunshine and the sun rays. And our sunshine is super happy to see that our seedling is arrived. It's like, yay, I did a good job. I was sunshiny enough to make the seed open up into the seedling. And then our little rain cloud over here, he feels the same way. He's like, hooray! All of that rain that I gave you, it worked. Look at you. You've grown. You're a seedling. So there's a little bit of rain. And then here's our sunshine is also smiley. Hey, look at, I did a good job. There you go. You can see our happy little sunshine and our happy little rain cloud. Okay. So the next page, it says your sunflowers start to bloom. All right, so that means we get to include one of these beautiful sunflower stickers. So we give you the flower part, and then you can add the stem. There's our flower. And then we're gonna make the stem a little bit wiggly. So we're gonna start all the way over here and wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it down to the ground. And some flowers have leaves. Oh yeah, we give you leaves. So we can just use the stickers to add the leaves. So here's a leaf. And then here's a leaf. And then I'm gonna add green for the ground this time and little dots to fill that in. So having such a wiggly stem like this, I imagine it makes it really fun for little insects like ladybugs or like friends of ladybugs to slide down the stem. So I'm going to do that and just draw a little ladybug sliding down the stem like it's a windy slide. And I know what a ladybug looks like because A, I've seen them in real life, but also because we give you a sticker of a ladybug. So ladybug is red and it has little black dots on its wings. And it has a little black head and little black feet and antenna. And then since this ladybug is sliding, I'm going to give her some motion lines and then also a line that shows where she's sliding. She's sliding all the way down there. And I'll show you guys our sliding ladybug.
So cute.
Yeah, I think we need to add the words "we," because that's what, if I were a ladybug sliding down a sunflower stem, I would probably be saying "we." We. There we go. Okay, next page. The bees come to help pollinate the flowers. So now we can use our bee stickers. Well, I think I'll put the flowers in first. So I'll use a flower sticker. This is a very tall sunflower. And this one will have a straight stem. So we'll just go straight down like that. And then some leaves. So does everyone know how to draw a leaf? It's pretty easy to draw a leaf. It's kind of like a circle, but as if someone squished the circle on one end and squished the circle on the other end. So you can kind of start at your stem and you make a curvy line and then make another curvy line. So leaves are pretty easy to make. And there's so many different types, shapes of leaves out there that even if you don't create the leaf shape that you were wanting to, maybe you did create a leaf shape that does exist in the world. So that's okay. We're going to give it the ground and little dots for the ground. And like we said in the instructions, the bees get to come over and visit our flower. So here's our bees. And they're such friendly little bees. You can see they have a little bit of a happy face. So happy bees. These are bees that are more interested in the flowers than in humans. So you don't have to worry about these bees. There we go. And just because I like squiggly lines so much, we're gonna create the line that a bee might make as it flies through the air. So, wee. And then this one, wee. So there's our bees around our sunflower. Ooh, okay, the next page says a hungry bird stops by for a little snack. So where's our bird? Here he is. Hello, birdie. Come on out there. There. And this bird's going to be on the ground because maybe the sunflower, here's our sunflower. Maybe the sunflower dropped a seed from the center of it and the bird's going to eat it. So actually, I'm not going to use that sticker. I'm going to draw my own sunflower because I'd like to give it a little happy face. So let's practice drawing a sunflower. We're going to start with the center of the flower first. And as you can see, it's kind of round. Well, it's not kind of round, it is round. So we're going to draw a round circle. And that's the center of our sunflower. And then looking at our sticker, you can see there's lots and lots of petals that surround that center of the sunflower. So let's make our petals go all the way around that circle.
And maybe after we do this, we'll wrap up.
Sure. Well, thank goodness I decided to show everyone how to draw a sunflower because that's kind of important for a sunflower book. Here we go. All the petals all around the center of our sunflower. And like you can see in this sticker, there's a couple petals that are behind the other petals. So we can add those too. And you don't see the full petal. Sometimes you just see the top of it. So we're just drawing the top of what these petals look like. There we go. So that's easy peasy. We just created our own little sunflower flower part. So now we can color it in just like we did on the front of our book. Color it in yellow. And then once the yellow dries, we'll add a little bit of orange to give it some dimension. So Michelle, as you see me coloring, does this make you want to color?
It
Yes.
does.
I'm
It's very relaxing to watch you color.
It does.
happy to hear that because it's relaxing for me to color. So there's that. Now, like we did before, we made our center of our sunflower orange, and then we added the brown on top. So while the orange is drying, I'm going to do something different and put on this stem. Here we go. And this one will just have one leaf. And we'll color it in. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, and we need a ground for the birdie to stand on. There we go. And instead of putting all the little sunflower seeds in the center of our sunflower, I'm going to give this sunflower a happy face because I want the sunflower to be looking at the bird in a happy way. Hello. Nice to meet you, birdie. Thanks for stopping by. There we go. And down here, this is the birdie is going to eat a little sunflower seed. There. So that's our sunflower, our happy sunflower and our hungry bird. Oh yeah, and I want to put a cloud up here because that will add a little more color to our illustration. All right, and then in the instructions, you have the rest of the prompts or the ideas to fill out the rest of your book. So,
And again, remember to ask an adult to take a picture and post it to the Creativity for Kids Facebook group so we can see what you created. And don't forget, please use the hashtags Creativity for Kids. Make it with Michael's and Michael's classes.
wonderful. And I will go ahead and continue to take pictures of my lovely little sunflower garden here. And I will post those up on our Facebook page too, so all of you can see the progress of our sunflowers.
Bye.
All right, thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Yes,
and I look forward to seeing you the next time.
Yes, our next class will be painting glow-in-the-dark rocks. So look for that class on michaels.com.
All right, bye friends. Have a good day.